On July 27th, New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani stood at a food distribution center in Brooklyn, held up a bunch of bananas, and announced that 5 city-owned grocery stores would sell a core basket of everyday goods at 30% below what every other grocery store in the city charges. Eggs, milk, chicken, fresh produce, all of it 30% cheaper. Every New Yorker qualifies simply by walking into the store. But here is the thing about a price discount. The cost does not disappear. It moves. Mamdani moved it to the taxpayer. And that is the story of this entire plan. A private grocery store operates on a net profit margin of 1 to 4%. That means on every $100 of food sold, the store keeps $1 to $4 after paying the wholesale cost of the food, the rent, the staff, the electricity, the refrigeration, and everything else. There's almost nothing left over. Grocery is one of the lowest margin businesses in America. So when Mamdani promised 30% off, the only question that mattered was this: who covers the gap? The city covers it, which means the taxpayer covers it. CNBC anchor Sarah Eisen said it directly after the announcement. Grocery stores operate with 1 to 2% profit margins. Taxpayers will have to subsidize the 30% discount. Heritage Foundation economist Peterson calculated the city would lose at least 28 cents on every dollar of core basket items sold. Every sale, every day, in every store forever. The cost shows up in the budget. The city put a $70 million capital number on the program. That is the construction cost. Some reports indicated that the East Harlem store alone had already received $30 million of public money, and it does not open until 2029. But construction is a one-time cost. The problem is what comes after. Former SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler put it plainly. New York taxpayers will pay $70 million to build these stores and then pay subsidies in perpetuity to keep them running. The ongoing subsidy figure has not been disclosed. It is not in the current budget. The city has not stated publicly what it expects to spend per year once the stores are operational. So New Yorkers know the upfront number. They do not know the running total. That is the cost Mamdani moved. New York City has approximately 13,000 bodegas. Most of them are immigrant-owned. All of them pay commercial rent, property taxes, and market-rate labor costs. Every single one of those costs is built into the price they charge for eggs, milk, and chicken. City stores carry none of those costs. No rent. No property tax. Losses covered by the public budget. That means every bodega owner near a planned city store is paying taxes that go into the fund, subsidizing a competitor that does not have to operate under the same financial conditions. One bodega owner said it directly to reporters that Mamdani is using their own tax dollars to compete against them. Sarah Kang, a manager at Seatown Supermarkets, told National Review the impact was unavoidable. Her customers already walk 20 to 30 minutes to reach her store. Once a city-funded alternative selling the same produce and meat at 30% less opens nearby, they will stop making the trip. It seemed the mayor had not completed a formal impact analysis before announcing the plan. Mamdani said the city stores would not sell cigarettes, beer, or lottery tickets, arguing those categories are where bodega revenue is strongest. He is right that those items drive bodega revenue. He is wrong that just leaving them off the shelf protects the businesses. Produce, meat, dairy, and pantry staples are the core of what a bodega stocks. Competing on those with a taxpayer-funded price advantage is competition, whatever the city calls it. Frank Garcia, chairman of the Multicultural Business Coalition, announced he was preparing a lawsuit to block the program. The communities, Mamdani said, he wanted to help already have bodegas in them. If those bodegas close because they cannot match a subsidized competitor, those communities lose the food access they already had. And city stores dependent on permanent public support are not a stable replacement. When any product is priced significantly below its market value, people buy it at the cheap price and sell it at the higher price somewhere else. This is basic economics. It has happened with every government-run food subsidy program in history. If eggs cost $1 everywhere in New York and 70 cents at a city store, someone buys 10 cartons at the city store, sells 9 of them to a nearby corner shop for 90 cents each, and makes money on the city's subsidy. Multiply that by every item in the discounted basket. Multiply it by every person who figures it out. The result is shelves that empty fast, purchase limits that create queues, and the families the plan was designed to help unable to access the goods the plan set aside for them. The Cato Institute flagged this directly. When the government sells something cheaper than everyone else, people do not just buy what they need. They buy as much as they can carry. And some of them do not even eat it. They take it home, mark it up slightly, and sell it. Everyone in the middle makes money off the city's subsidy, except the family it was meant for. It happens every time, in every country, at every scale it has been attempted. Mamdani's announcement on July 27th contained no mechanism to address this. The 44-page operator proposal document, released the same day, did not address it. As of August 2026, the administration has not publicly explained how it plans to prevent the subsidy from being arbitraged away before it reaches the people in Hunts Point and East Harlem it was designed for. Kansas City launched a city-subsidized grocery store with the same logic: public investment, underserved neighborhood, affordability goal, government backing. It opened with fanfare and millions of public dollars committed. After the Mamdani announcement, aired footage of the Kansas City store showed nearly empty shelves. A rotten smell near the entrance. No working deli or hot food section. A local community leader on camera said, "There was a time this store was on life support. Today it is damn near dead." The city's official response when the store started declining was to say it would focus on viability based on normal revenues. But a store designed to sell below cost from opening day cannot generate normal revenues. It needs permanent public support to survive. Once that support weakens because a budget gets tight or political will shifts, the store fails. And the neighborhood ends up worse off than before it opened, because the private options that existed before have already closed. Mamdani's team was asked about the Kansas City comparison, but no substantive response was given. New York City has 8.3 million residents. 5 subsidized stores will not have a measurable effect on citywide food affordability. The program is simultaneously too small to address food insecurity across the city and concentrated enough in 5 locations to damage the private businesses that are already there. The first store does not open until late 2027. All 5 open by 2029. Mamdani described this as relief for families struggling right now. The delivery is 3 years away. The spending starts immediately. More than 40% of New York City families struggle to afford food. The goal of making food more affordable in underserved neighborhoods is legitimate. The question economists raised was not whether to help. It was whether 5 government-run stores are the most effective way to deliver that help. Expanding Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits reaches more families directly, at lower administrative cost, without putting existing food retailers out of business. Subsidizing existing independent grocers and bodegas to lower their prices on staples keeps the neighborhood food infrastructure alive instead of replacing it. Targeted food vouchers deliver the benefit to the families who actually need it rather than giving a universal discount to every income level equally. Mamdani's plan gives the same 30% discount to someone earning $200,000 a year and someone earning $20,000. The person earning $200,000 does not need a grocery subsidy. The person earning $20,000 needs one that is actually funded, reliably maintained, and available within walking distance, not at 1 store per borough, opening in 2029. The $70 million capital allocation is in the budget. The city is reviewing operator proposals. Hunts Point and La Marqueta in East Harlem are confirmed as 2 of the 5 locations. 3 more are still being identified. The ongoing operational subsidy has not been publicly calculated or disclosed. The people this plan was designed to lift up may end up carrying the bill for it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.